Y'all already know. And I'm so excited for today because I have another beautiful guest. All my guests is the truth, regardless. I mean, I don't care what nobody say. But first of all, y'all welcome Jamila. Y'all welcome Jamila. First of all, Jamila, what's your name on YouTube? Tell everybody across how they can find you first. Let's get that out of the way.
My name is Jamila, and you can find me on Just Us Jenkins on YouTube and also on Instagram. I am a stay-at-home homeschooling mama, and I have 3 beautiful babies. I'm also a certified Reiki practitioner, Reiki master, and owner of HealingMama.com.
Period. Boss, entrepreneur. What do you mean? Money. That's what it sounds like to
Yes.
me. You know what I'm saying? So before we get into this episode, I do want to mention our sponsor, y'all. We got a sponsor today, girl. Shout out to Adore Me for sponsoring this video, y'all. I don't know if you guys know about Adore Me, but Adore Me is a lingerie, swimwear, activewear. Girl, they done launched everything now.
Mm.
But I myself have been rocking Adore Me literally for like 11 years as a woman, as a mama who has struggled with these boobies, baby.
Girl.
Y'all, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all because we family, we family. I am a 38I, and all them other places they don't carry my size.
Mm.
So luckily, I love Adore Me, and I love the fact that they don't have grandma looking bras. Like my stuff is cute, it's sexy. You know what I'm saying? I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Jamila, you married, girl. You know what I'm saying? You know we trying to look good. I don't want no grandma bra with the
Yes.
and with the floral. I don't want all that. So if you ladies have not checked out Adore Me, I highly, highly suggest you check them out. I actually have a code for you, and you can get your first set for $19.99. I will link the code down below, but just for everyone out there, the code is Sierra Janae 19 because you'll get your first set for $19.99. So be sure to check out Adore Me. Let them know that I sent you. Okay. So, girl, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this. So, Jamila, you are a homeschooling mama. First of all, my hat goes off to you. My last guest, Miss Lori, she was a teacher, a third grade teacher. So my hat goes off to educators in general, because baby, I don't have the patience. It is a lot. And I really, really wanted to talk to you about that and like what's that like? Because it's like we all know being a mom, we be needing our breaks.
Oh,
So to
girl.
be the homeschool teacher and then gotta be mama, girl, what is a day and tell me what a day in the life is like for you.
It's been an interesting road. I absolutely love homeschooling. I don't regret my decision. My husband's like super, super supportive.
Yeah.
But girl, yeah, there's very far and few between breaks that I get. Uh,
Right.
and I'm okay with that. But, I think when people think of homeschooling, like it's supposed to look like what you send your child to do in a charter school, a public school, a private school. And
Yeah.
really homeschooling, deschooling, unschooling, it's like you're just living your regular life, but you're incorporating the lessons and teaching your children.
Wow.
So, I mean, we do use different forms of curriculum. I didn't really sign them up for like a program because they have like the online K through
Yeah.
12 type schools. I didn't want to do that, and that is really, really time consuming. So
Mm.
kind of like really kind of condense down that long drawn out day, and I just make sure um we're teaching them lots of life schools because I feel like, excuse me, life school, life lessons.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something that I feel like they don't offer in the school system. Like parents
Mm.
send their kids to school and they think that the school's supposed to teach them everything and they're not doing anything with them at home. And I know
Yeah.
I have talked about this before, like you still have to teach your children
Yeah.
in corporation with what they're teaching them in school. So
Mhm.
we're getting our groove. I feel like we found a really good groove, and we like moved. We got forced to move and it's been interesting, but we're
Yeah.
managing.
So I do want to ask, did homeschooling, is that something that you always wanted to do as a mom, or did kind of COVID kind of like spark that for you?
Actually, before my daughter went to school, I have 3 kids. I have a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. Before
Mhm.
she went to school, I did want to homeschool. I really, really
Oh,
genuinely wanted to homeschool. And then when it was time to like get her ready for school, we were doing lots of things to get her ready, to go into kindergarten and stuff like that. And
right.
I got pregnant and I was really, really, really sick. And I'm like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to homeschool, have a new baby. Plus, I have my oldest son. And so she did go to kindergarten. Uh,
Okay.
and then COVID happened.
Mhm.
She did the packets and everything at the end of kindergarten, and then the whole first grade year we did distance learning, and it was a hot mess. It was so bad, and I know a lot of people experienced that, and I'm
Wow.
like,
Why you say that?
well, I mean, everybody was going through it. The teacher, she was just all over the place. Like, the kids just were not, parents weren't
Mm,
giving. And
back.
everybody was like getting behind. I was on top of everything, but like the teacher was just like the curriculum was all over the place. We would turn in assignments, they would say they didn't get turned in, and just it was crazy. And so I'm like,
Yeah,
the thing that y'all are doing, I could do. You know what I mean?
true.
I just started learning more about education, and stuff like that. And I'm like, I could educate my children. I think a lot of people are leery of homeschooling because they don't think that they're smart or that they're educated.
Sure.
And baby,
Me. I
well,
don't feel that way.
we can do it. What do you think we was doing before they had us working, leaving our farms, our land to work
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
9 to 5? And send our kids to school. They was wanting us to send our kids to school so we could go work.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so I mean, we've been out here educating our children.
I think, but for me, and it's crazy because I don't want to base this whole conversation off of your homeschool, but it's just so interesting to me, and I have so many questions because it's like one, like I share with you, the struggle that I had with going with my son, and for example, even the school trying to say that he had a learning disability, where honestly, I had to have a one on, that real conversation with myself. Where my son, boys in general, I feel like, and I hear this from a lot of parents. I don't think it's everybody's kids, but
Right.
like boys just don't care about school, especially in that second, third grade
Yeah.
era. Like, girl, he don't care. I mean, there's
Yeah.
really no other way for me to say it, and
Yeah.
it's really hard to get him engaged. And with the homeschooling, I never considered homeschooling, girl, because I already know I ain't got the patience. I ain't gonna lie to myself. But I did consider like Montessori school just
Mhm.
because the fact that I don't know if you even know how much the curriculum has changed since we was in school.
It has
Girl, I was
changed
trying to
a
help my son
lot.
with his math homework the other day, and I was like, what in the hell is this? I don't
Hmm.
even know. It's 30 plus 50, but you got to break down to 30. Then you got to break down to 50. Then you got to
Right.
draw these triangles. I'm just like, this is too much. Like,
The
I can't,
end.
baby, what happened to 30 just plus 50? That's all we need
Right.
to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I'm just curious to know, like, with your curriculum, do you structure more so, like, because I was thinking, like, well, Montessori school, like, for example, my son likes to draw. So
Mhm.
they kind of build a curriculum around, like, okay, you're probably not going to grow up to be an astronaut. So we're going to base your curriculum off of the skills that you need instead of not saying that what they're teaching in school is wasteful, but I just want to know for you, is that kind of like what you do? Like what your kid is like for me, you know how I told you I have to make a game in order for my
Mhm.
son to enjoy or be engaged. Is
Yeah.
that what you do when it comes to like your homeschooling curriculum? Like how do you structure that?
Well, I think it's like super important to figure out your child's learning style.
Yeah.
Kids are like hands on, where you said like doing the Montessori, like they're doing learning with their whole body.
Yeah.
Some are visual learners, and some are like auditory. Is that the word I want to use? So
Uh-huh.
like finding their learning style and then just like mixing it up.
Mm.
And we're still like playing around with certain things. Like we'll do worksheets and we'll do different apps, and different things like that. And we're starting to kind of build like a local little community. I
Okay.
do also have a homeschooling group, and that's in my link tree as well. If anybody
Okay.
in joining that. But
Yeah.
um finding people locally that we can kind of get together with and
Yeah.
different things, because I've learned so many different things, but trying stuff and not buying a bunch of stuff.
Mm. That
'Cause
that would be my problem. Hooked on
yeah,
phonics, ABC Mouse, all this
mhm,
stuff, and it's just like we still ain't made I mean, we made some progress, but we ain't making no progress, you know?
right.
So
And you know what? Like the way that the Common Core standard is a setup. Like it's a setup. It's a setup, and there's
man,
lots of children that I feel like it crushes their esteem, and they
say it again.
automatically want to label children as having a learning disorder when
Mhm.
the fact is they learn a certain specific type of way,
Right.
and the teachers can't accommodate that for 20, 30 children. They don't have time.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's easier to label them as having a learning disability and send
Mhm.
them to the class than
Yeah.
teaching them in their learning style.
And you know what's so crazy? I was reading an article that was stating that it was like in this child parent. I be trying to read my parenting books, girl. I try a little bit, but no. And it was talking about that. And the fact that it's a because as a parent, you feel like I'm the only one that's going through this. Nobody's going through this, but this is like a nationwide thing,
Yeah.
especially with the changes with the curriculum. But do you know that they said like 90% of those kids that they kind of ship off and say they have a learning disability, those are some of the smartest kids.
Yep.
And the fact that like because we can't cater to your learning style or whatever, or you don't fit into this box that 90% of our kids fit in, then there's something wrong with you. And like you
Yep.
stated, the fact that like these schools share the children's reading levels with each other. Like, oh, well, Sam's reading at a fifth grade level and he's in the second grade. You're reading like, why are you doing that? And like
Mhm.
pinning results, like I feel like that even alone, like it just, it messes with, your child's self-esteem. And that's something I'm really, really working on. I know with my son personally, but just with boys in general, like I just feel like I never hear anybody say their daughter. It's rare. I mean, of course, we experienced COVID, so a lot of kids that were like a lot younger experiencing COVID, but it just seems like it's really common in boys to like, unless they're like in sports and they know, and that's really even when they're older, like they know, hey, I got to make decent grades. It's like boys don't, unless they're gonna be the valedictorian, girl, they
Yeah.
don't care, you know?
Yeah. That's how my oldest son is. Like, he's super smart, but he'd rather be playing to learn.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I had to figure that out. Like, but sometimes, baby, mommy can't always do a game. So I need you
Yeah.
here, work on your handwriting,
Yeah.
work on your math, do your worksheets and stuff like that, because I gotta cater to your older sister, I gotta cater to your younger brother, and then like bouncing back and forth.
Exactly. In different grade levels. Jamila,
Yeah.
like they ain't all in the same grade. How does
Yeah.
that you turn to this person? Okay, you gotta do this, do the multiplication, and you gotta do ABC 1, 2, 3. Like how that work?
Girl, I listen. I don't even be knowing, but we be making it work. But they do. They want me like when they're doing their school. They want me like boom, and I'm like, you guys, I cannot sit next to you. We're sitting together. We're doing stuff, but sometimes I gotta go over here and help him, or I gotta
Yeah,
go over here and help her. And so it's a balance. But I think one thing that's really helping me is just easing into stuff and not being so stressed out about it, because that's what I was at first. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
it's 8 o'clock, we have to eat breakfast. It's
yeah.
8:15, put your stuff away. Da, da, da. After I just was like, we're just flowing. I'm gonna let you guys kind of wake up, do your thing.
Hmm.
I try to do my thing before them. That's the biggest thing. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
stuff together before they wake up or
Right.
at night when they're asleep. That's the game changer.
Girl, it's a sacrifice because
Mhm.
I usually wake up at 4 a.m. Like that's kind of my time for
Yeah.
my like I can work out. If I need to clean up in the house, I'll try to do that. Because I feel like with a cluttered space, that's gonna mess me up in general. I'm like I
Yeah.
can't even think because it's stuff everywhere. But yeah,
Yes.
that mom time, is extremely important. I feel like a lot of moms really don't like. I'm even one of the last moms that I had on my show. She was just like, yeah, there's days where I eat my food cold, and I'm like, y'all, that's not acceptable.
Mm,
We got to set, I mean, 10 minutes, 10
yeah.
minutes, and it was just like before I hopped on this live today, I was like, I've been ripping and running this and that, but I need to at least take a shower and feel
Right.
halfway. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I literally been ripping and running all day, and it's just
Mhm.
like Jamila, my hat goes off to you, girl, because I'm just like, no, I feel bad saying this, and I know a lot of moms feel bad saying this because there's other type of moms that try to make you feel bad, but I be needing a break from my kids, so I can only imagine
Girl,
all day.
me too.
I mean, that little break of my son going to school, I'd be like, whoo, because he a talker, baby. He
Like,
don't stop.
ew.
I'd be like, son, I just need 5 minutes. So what is like a self-care moment for you? What like how does Jamila take care of herself? How do you get that? Because I you better be getting it now.
Baby. Honestly, like I said, like I try to wake up before them or have that time, that little tiny bit of time at night when they go to sleep.
Yeah.
Sometimes because we had an unexpected move this year and
Yeah.
you're living with my parents right now. And I ain't gonna lie, I'd be trying to utilize that. I'm like, I got to go to the store. Okay. Like
I'll be back.
my, and my mom would be looking at me like, don't leave these kids here.
Mm.
Because she be talking about, well, my mama, she had 9 kids, she didn't get no break. And yeah,
That's how we met.
that-
Remember you were saying our ancestors would basically be talking about us because
yeah,
baby, I ain't cooking every day.
no,
Baby, I
no,
ain't playing with you all day.
yeah.
You know what
I
I'm saying? Like, mama got stuff I got to do.
right. And I feel like, honestly, truly, this is why people have so many mental health issues because they're not taking care of themselves. But then
God is
you get
serious.
criticized and you get talked about for doing it. But then when
Yeah,
you lose your shit, it's a problem.
it's a problem. It's a problem.
So I definitely need to be better, mama, about
You
taking care
do.
of myself. But just even that 10, 15 minutes, like you said, girl, I hide and eat me something. Okay.
In
Like
the
I
closet.
where's mommy? Where's mommy? Who mommy? My name's Jamila.
Who is girl? For real. No, for real. And I've been I know Stephanie, she gave me some really good advice of like literally like, and I've been doing that. Like, I ain't nobody right now. I'm not mama,
Yeah.
I'm wife, I'm not nobody. Leave me
Yeah.
alone. I need
Yeah.
5 minutes. And I sometimes
Yes.
have to go out to the car, girl. I've been walking. I've been
Mhm.
walking outside because we have a little
Mhm.
home gym downstairs. But I'm like, no, you need to go outside, get some fresh air. Cause working from home, I
Mhm.
don't typically go anywhere, girl. I order groceries. So it's like I don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got and that's the thing about moms, and I hate that so many people, and moms included, make women feel bad for saying they need a break from their kids. I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to be considered super mom, but at the same time, sometimes these kids get on my damn nerves. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. And going through that unexpected move, it was very traumatic for our whole family. And
Yeah,
being so upset and depressed and not being able to like, you don't always want to see. I know it's normal for your kids to see you being sad and stuff because they need to learn how to get over things, how to deal with stuff.
yeah.
But sometimes it's like you want to ugly cry, okay, with the snot dripping down. You can't do that when they just looking at you.
No, seriously.
And it was hard, and I got talked about. I got demonized for it. Let you
Wow.
lose your house. Let you lose your house.
Right,
You
right.
know?
And that's even as you gotta, and people don't understand how we deal with stuff like something like that. I have to process that as a wife, as a
Mhm.
mom, as
Yeah.
me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not just like, oh, this happened to me. No, it's like, damn, what do I tell my kids? Like, I wanted them to grow up in this home. I wanted them to, have memories here and this and that, and something unexpected happened. And, as a mom, as a provider, like, girl, when you mess up something sometimes, it's like, because I be for it really messes me up that I'm a real adult. Like, we the real adults, like for
Right.
real, like for real. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, child, kids, I don't know it all. I'm
Yeah.
still trying to figure it out. I just want to let y'all know I'm doing the best I can do. Okay, with what I
Right.
got. So, and then, like I shared with you previously, like on your podcast, like, having a rough childhood growing up and like always feeling like, okay, I gotta be better. I gotta be better than how I grew up. I gotta
Yeah.
treat y'all, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like a struggle. And being married, like men,
Yes.
they be looking at us like it's not that deep. But baby, it is.
Right. And it is. It is though.
My husband was like, "Why are you crying?" I'm like, "I just need to cry." Okay.
that's how you let that stuff out and heal from it and level up. You gotta let
Yeah.
that out your body, like, period.
Baby, since I hit 30, I have cried. I've never cried so much. I literally, but I really do be needing it because, like, girl, I would be crying because I'm like, it's clothes everywhere. I need to fold the clothes. I gotta wash the dishes. I need to do my daughter's hair. I
Yeah,
gotta cut. It's just so, and like my husband, he just wakes up, packs his lunch, go to
baby.
work. I'm like, life must be great for you, sir. You ain't stressed
Yeah,
about,
it'd
you
be
know.
like that. My husband is extremely helpful, but I'd be telling him all the time, I wish I was a daddy.
Girl, they ain't got it like, and that's the thing, and that's one thing I will say about my husband. He's extremely helpful as well, and that's important to have that partner that supports you and everything like that. Because it's like, for example, with me working from home, my
Mhm,
husband could be petty and be like, "Oh, you at home," but like he takes the baby for me,
mhm.
and she stays with him all day upstairs. And so, like, girl, 'cause them some days I don't be even be working like that, so I'll be going to Target. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to get that content, baby. I gotta get some content. But yeah, so I definitely appreciate that, and that's really important. Kind of speaking on our husbands and stuff. How often do you get in a date night?
Oh, girl. Oh, girl.
Mm,
Like,
we
not a
gotta
lot,
do that,
but we be trying. Um, like I told you, we be having to just dip out sometimes. And
baby.
I would love to get like twice a month. Usually most of our dates include the three stragglers.
They usually
Yeah.
do. Have you done a vacation? Like, I've never done a vacation with just me and him. Never.
It not since we've had kids. Not since we've had
That's
kids.
what
No,
I'm saying. Yeah,
I
baby.
need
Once
that.
some kids came, they coming with us. They coming. They come now. We might step out of the hotel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And go downstairs, but they always with us, girl.
Girl,
Oh,
always. And I don't be trusting nobody with my children. I ain't
I
gonna lie. Like, I don't be.
don't. But
Mm-mm.
as a parent, sometimes I feel like, I mean, because I've been married since I was, don't quote me, 21,
Yes.
and I'm 30. How old am I? 31. I'll
Mm-hmm.
be 32 this year. Girl, I be forgetting. Okay, like
Cause
this age
done, girl.
I'm
You
at right
done.
now. Girl, I don't be know how old I am. People be like, "You lying?" I'm like, "No, I just don't remember." No, so I was gonna say, like, I, yeah, I'm ashamed to say, the last time we, girl, I was probably about 20 the last time we went on, like I want to do some grown and ratchet shit. I do.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just
Yeah,
like I have to be responsible because I'm a parent.
right. Yeah.
I don't, so that's why I was curious to know, like, do you make it a priority? Like, hey, like, even if it doesn't have to be like going out and
Yeah.
getting dinner. It can be like, I'm actually in the process. I'm gonna film a TikTok on it, like where we can do like a paint and sip at the crib. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
let's just turn some music on and do that.
We did used to kind of do some stuff like that. I definitely hope to do stuff like that in the future, but like that's what I tell him all the time. Like I just need that, because he's just work, 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 work. And I get it.
Yeah.
I'm a stay-at-home mom providing, but he gets lost in that ever since we've become parents. And it's like if we just go for a walk. I don't eat McDonald's, but take me to McDonald's, give me a couple waters.
Period. Okay.
Spending time together or like cooking dinner together, like something like that. But I think we'll get back to that one day. But
Yeah.
I would like to. And now that my youngest is getting older and he has
Mhm.
stuff for himself, like
Yeah.
freed up a lot of stuff. So we do have plans of traveling, going
That's
on
good.
vacations.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about leaving.
girl. Me either.
I don't know. I don't know yet. Like,
I was like, can y'all come with a babysitter? Y'all can come. But I feel exactly the same way. And it's so funny because so many people be like, girl, y'all need to have that time and da da. And I'm like, no, you really don't understand. Like, I am constantly always worried about, as much as they be getting on my nerves. I'm
yeah.
always I'm always like, what if, like, even my son, like, I wanted to put a camera on him while he was at school. Like, that's how messed up in the head I am. Cause I
No,
be paranoid.
baby, they be out here doing any and everything to these babies. So no, you ain't wrong for
And
thinking
baby, I need channel don't help. I need to stop watching it because that's really good. That's what got me like this. I'm like, what if and my husband be like, girl, calm, that's 1 in 1 million. Like, calm down. And I'm like, babe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
it. One time is too much. Okay, it's
Right,
too
right.
close.
So, kind of switching subjects a little bit, because girl, I'll be rambling all day. I'm trying to get everything in because there's just so much I want to ask you. With you being a Reiki healer, a spiritual, like you know how y'all are. Like, one day I inspired to be that, but it's just like, girl, I'm too ratchet. I already know I be cussing too much. God, just we got our own personal relationship. He be cussing at me too, but what's that like? With like, how do you implement that in with your kids as a mom? Like, do you kind of share that with them? How does that work?
Oh yeah, I do. I'm a second generation Reiki master. My mom was a Reiki master and I grew up around it, but baby, I've been healing, okay? And I
Period.
think yeah, you said being ratchet. People want to heal with somebody that is healing themselves, that knows, who has walked the walk. You know,
Right.
acting above like you got to be like this. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
People want to receive services from real, genuine people that's walking the walk, you know?
Yeah. That's good to
And
know.
I am far from perfect. We all know, everybody, whatever, good book you follow, the people in the stories, they wasn't perfect. They were
Right.
not.
You're
So,
absolutely
just to be honest, I get it in where I can fit it in. And
yeah.
I absolutely love the work. I love the transformative healing things that I've done for myself and helping other people. Because even like with the mommy things, like people just feel so isolated and they feel so alone. And
Yeah.
most of the things we carry around, they are not our things to carry around.
Mm.
They call them, generational curses,
Baby.
genetic, because that stuff is passed down in the blood, is passed down
Yeah.
in the energy. And
Hmm.
so I just get it in where I can fit it in. Mondays usually is my day where I prep everything, I clean, I do the things. So I try to get a lot of my appointments in then. But
Yeah.
my husband, he works for himself, so he's pretty good. Like if I have like a big appointment or something, that he'll kind of like come home early or go to work late, something like
Yeah.
to help. But baby, we still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, no, sure. I mean, we got to. You know what I mean? And my husband kind of the same way. His schedule is kind of flexible, so it works. And I think we work. And people don't understand. Like, I always, always, always love to give props to single moms and stuff like that because I'm telling you, baby, without my husband, I don't know. I'm so grateful to God for him because I'm like, I I was made. I would be on Dr. Phil. Not
Baby,
sure for what, but I
period.
would
I
be on
don't know where I
Dr. Phil.
yeah.
Because I mean, he's extremely helpful, and not only that, ain't that sexy though when dads be dadding? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I love I do not know how my husband learned how to be such an amazing father, but he really is. Like
That's awesome,
and having that partner, that teamwork, that tag team.
baby. It's something else, ain't it?
Yes. And
People,
I'm very thankful. I express so much gratitude and I hope that for everybody to have the support because raising children, it's not just a mother and father thing or a partner thing. It takes a
a
village.
village,
Okay?
baby, a village.
Just don't get it. Okay? So, I mean, if you guys got people in your life that have children, support them.
Yeah,
You have to take over and take care of them, but support them and see what they need.
yeah. And
And all,
sometimes, girl, you know how we said on your podcast. Sometimes people just need a break. Take the
mm,
baby for me, just for
yeah,
5 minutes. You know,
yes, like it's real out here, and
girl.
especially parents that are good parents. They're not good parents because they just keep going and going and grinding and digging themselves into a deeper emotional, mental, physical, spiritual hole. It's
Right.
because they have support, good, genuine support, and they take time for their mental, spiritual, and emotional health.
Yeah.
It takes
Yeah.
a
Absolutely.
take the mama, it take the daddy, it take the grandmamas, it take the grandfathers, it takes the aunts, the uncles.
Mhm.
they're safe people to be around, step up, and
Yeah,
step out.
yeah, definitely, for sure, for sure. I want to ask you, what is a pro and what is a con of motherhood?
Well, you already know the pro is babies. I love my kids. Like, I'm
Yeah,
so thankful, so grateful that when I left the hospital, my babies came with me. They've never
period.
had any problems. I've never had any problems. Just the fact that I have these healthy, beautiful children. And honestly, my children were the catalyst for my healing.
Oh,
Um,
that's awesome.
they push me and propel me to be the best self. So really just doing a lot of inner work, inner child healing, shadow work, because we don't want to repeat cycles through up
Amen.
through okay.
Break them generational curses,
Yeah,
baby.
like they did.
Right
Okay.
here.
Yes. And so I that's the biggest pro for me is that they came into my life when I asked them. Girl, I had no problems. When I asked them to come, they came because I know a lot of women have, problems conceiving and carrying, delivering and all those things. So that's the biggest pro for me. The big
Yeah.
pro. And the con
Be
is
honest, Jamila. Tell us.
that
We want to know.
that negative self-talk, like thinking that you're not good enough, like
Yeah.
you're not worthy and deserving of these beautiful miracles, like you not doing it like the girls on Instagram, like the girls on YouTube, like the girls on Pinterest,
Yeah,
like
yeah. And you're amazing. Or you homeschool for
thank
a living. Like when I tell you, like, and I hate that Instagram, social media makes us feel like we have to, level these. There's levels to motherhood. Like, oh, you're a good mom. Oh, you're okay, mom. Okay, no. Like, if we had to get levels, baby,
mhm.
you take the cake. You
Oh,
homeschool your babies.
thank
Then
you.
you gotta be mama. Then you gotta be like. I mean, that's. I'm overwhelmed now. And my kid going off to school. I mean, I have a 1 year old, but I'm like, Jamila, I would not make it. Like, I don't even like literally there. You already know there's not enough time in the day. I
No,
mean, I have, with, like Stephanie's planner and everything like that, using that and trying to really, like, I used to kind of like, give the side eye to them organized people. But
girl.
being a mom, I get it now. My
Yeah,
bad. I respect y'all. And
yeah,
so, like, structuring my life, like, I be using my planner, girl. I use my notes. I love a good checklist for the day. It makes me, don't that do something for you? Like,
checking that mother off.
baby,
Nothing, okay,
clothes is folded.
period.
Girl, my kids, I do their hair. Like, I mean, it just feels so good and I feel so accomplished. And I used to think that stuff was like so corny. Like, who does that? Who
Yeah,
does that? But as a mom, like, you really have to learn to get organized. And although I'm still all over the place, I don't want to make it seem like I got
right,
my life together because I don't.
because I
But
don't. Mm-mm.
girl, implementing certain things and like really just kind of like, okay, on Monday we're gonna fold it. Like, I just dropped a video the other day about like Thursdays is my deep clean day because it's just like, girl, I don't want to wake up on Saturday and spend my whole, because when I be cleaning, girl, I be tired.
Yes.
And then trying to, oh, let's go do something. No, I rather the house is already clean. I mean, yeah, there's some toys maybe, from the kids and stuff like that, but like for the most part the house is clean. Y'all
Yeah.
better use paper plates and these paper
Yep.
cups.
You
You
better,
know
girl,
what I'm saying?
better use them paper plates. Quit playing with me. That's how I do too. Monday's my day. That's the day I do all my cleaning. Because I was like, okay, the weekend, and then my husband will be here, Jarvis will be here, and he could. No, we want to do that. We want to enjoy each other because he gone all the time, you
Absolutely.
know. And the kids want to enjoy him. We want to get out. We want to do stuff. And so, yeah, I totally agree. Having you a day to do like all your stuff,
Yeah.
um, get yourself a schedule. Like I make sure during the day, like I'm picking up certain things during the day, and my kids have certain things that they do. And what's the cleaning routine? A cleaning
Yeah.
routine.
Yeah.
Routine.
Yeah.
Girl, do you a power hour? Do they still do that?
Girl. Well, I have to set a timer because I got ADHD and I be because I you know how like you be cleaning and then you be like, oh, then the baby will start screaming. So it's like, okay, I went from doing the dishes, girl, I be leaving the dishwasher open. Then I
Baby.
didn't ran. downstairs, and then I'm like, oh, but there's clothes that need to be folded. And so like I set 10-minute timers, me personally, and I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, so you're 10 minutes, clean this bathroom. 10
Yeah.
minutes, clean. I mean, I do it for my kid, with him. And I'm
Mhm.
like, let me implement this in my life. And it works for me personally. And that's
Mhm.
how I can kind of stay on track. Cause baby, I'll get distracted real quick. I'll be opening up the mail. Like, girl,
Baby,
what
scrolling
are
on
you doing?
Instagram for a minute. You was just trying to check, see you got some business coming through. Next thing you know, it's 2 hours later.
Baby, 2 hours. Hey. And I need to start setting a timer for that because
Mhm.
it's bad. It's bad. You know what I mean?
Girl, me and my daughter and my son be laughing like, "Oh, look at that, look at that." Then they show me.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. So I wanted to ask you, what is probably one of your like, and I'll give you an example if this helps. But what is one of your strengths you feel like in motherhood? Like, what's that one thing you like? Oh, I know I'm the truth. I got this. Me personally, I feel like I got the fun part down. I
Mm,
feel like I'm that fun parent. I am not the disciplinary, but fun.
mm. Well, to be honest, the thing that I'm like the reed in the water when it comes to being a mom. Like I just go with the flow.
Yeah,
If they not feeling it, sometimes I'm just like, okay, whatever. So
yeah.
I gotta be like, but um, just always rise to the occasion. Like I feel like I always it don't matter. Just like we were talking about earlier, I seen you cutting your son's hair. I'm like, okay, I need to learn how to do that because
Oh,
$35
I ain't got,
more.
I ain't got it to give.
Mm-mm. But I think it's like being a mom is like a superpower. You can do anything. And with YouTube University, baby, you can learn how to do and be whoever you want to be. Okay.
Girl, girl. No, for real, because it's just like being a mom for me is I always tell people it's like a steroid because stuff that I normally cannot do. I mean, it's like on Space Jam when they drunk the juice and they
Yeah,
had the little special stuff. Baby, that's what motherhood is. That's what motherhood is
they
for
your
me.
kids crunk you up. Like you're just like,
Because
hey, I can do whatever. And
because
then
baby, this mom.
the partner is on.
No, for sure. And look, this mama over here likes to sleep. I can sleep for 12, 14, 16 hours a day.
I need that in my
Okay.
life.
But like being a mom, it makes me like not like I'd be like, okay, I gotta get up. I gotta cater to my babies. I love, and this is one thing I was telling my husband. I'm like, and I don't know, you tell me if your husband kind of feels the same way. You know how I was saying, like men, they kind of simple, they don't really be getting. But like my biggest flex, I feel like as a parent is I like being that parent that like, okay, I want to make up and make pancakes with strawberries and bananas. You
Yeah.
know, I want the whole little set out because but don't get me wrong, I'm ratchet. But I didn't have that growing up. I didn't get to experience that growing up. So it's like I want to be that parent. I didn't go to my graduation. I didn't go to my prom. I didn't do any of that. So it's like I'm so hyped when it comes to, these kids. I'm like, y'all, we about to be doing everything.
Right.
Y'all going everything. But
Yeah.
men, they don't like, for example, my husband, I was telling him, he'd be like, girl, you be being so dramatic. I'm like, oh my God, he has a wrinkle in his shirt. And he's like, let him out the door. He is fine. He's a boy. And I'm like,
That's
but
what I
baby,
do too.
I'm like,
Why are you coming out here looking homeless?
girl, when you buy new clothes and you tell your kid to go get dressed, they put on all that old shit with holes, leggings. I'm like, them pants look like leggings on you, son. What are you doing?
Listen, when I take my kids places, they all listen, all this home training is out the window. Okay. Like I'm like, y'all act like I don't
Now you're supposed to have grease on your face. Your face should be greasy when you getting ready to leave that house. What is this?
right. And that's what it is. I'm like, just because you light skin don't mean you don't get no ash. Okay. Don't play with me.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Girl, no, but for real though, because I'm like, my son, I'm like, now we go through this every day. So I don't know why you acting parental. Like he's going through this phase now where like all of a sudden he doesn't want to take his shower. And I'm like,
Yeah.
we not doing this. You are not about to be funky.
Falling out. Yeah.
As a parent, and I don't know about for you, if you feel this way, like it's so important to set these routines now with these
Mhm.
kids. So it's like, when they grow up, they like, hey, my mama didn't play that. I had to take a shower in
Yeah.
the morning, at nighttime.
Yep.
How do you feel about that? Like, do you think it's important to set them? Like, what age do you think it's important to set them at a routine? Like with your youngest, are
They
they, you know,
right now, like I mean, I should be more strict about stuff. But I do think a form of routine is good because In my mind, when I think of routine, it has to be on in a time frame, and me
Yeah,
and time don't get together. Okay,
yeah,
I
that's
try,
true.
but I had to take a step back and I was like, okay, we do the same things around the same time. It just might
Yeah,
right at 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But we're in the routine. So I do think it's very important. For me, mentally, to not feel like a failure, I can't put a time on it. But
hmm
yeah, routine is key. Like getting that that school routine, getting their personal hygiene routine, your family time together, the cleaning routine that you do for yourself and that you do together as a family, doing for themselves. uh, like we step up as parents and teach our kids life, like
yeah,
life, genuine life schools. Excuse me, life lessons. Because one day they gonna go out here and they gonna be grown ups in these streets, and you ain't. Hey, look,
and that's my
I'm gonna be
fear.
proud. I'm gonna be proud. Make mom proud.
No, for real. But that's I get it now. When we was kids and your parents would be so paranoid and like, I don't want you to do. I get it now. I
Yeah,
get it. Cause I'm telling you, I air tag my son. I don't play that. Like I'm like, he wants to go outside and I live in a nice neighborhood, and he wants to like go off and I'm like, no. But
no,
I don't want to be a hypocritical parent because like, yeah, we used to walk the streets, but it's a different time now. I don't want to sound like that old person, but it is.
it truly is. It truly
How
is, girl.
how do you deal with that though? Like how like does your oldest, for example, has he had his first sleepover? Has he done any of that?
No, no, this is my daughter.
Oh, okay.
No, we not doing that. We not doing that. Them they might could come over like
To
this
our house.
what who I am. Everybody can come over so I can do this.
Exactly. Right.
Okay, and y'all know I'm an energy healer. I be scanning folks' energy. If your stuff
Oh,
if your stuff messed up, you gotta go. Your mom
baby.
daddy, they energy off. Y'all can't be friends. I'm
Exactly.
because it
And
takes
that's
one
crazy.
time, Sierra, one time. And that one time ain't gonna be with mine.
Take one time. No, for real. Because like it's just crazy that like I feel like as a kid, no, well, I feel like my parents were involved, but like I damn near want to do a background check on you, the parent, the auntie, the uncle. Like I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, I need a
You
soul.
know,
Okay, I need a background check, a credit
credit
check.
score, right?
Your firstborn. Okay, don't play with me. Don't no.
Who all live in the house?
Yeah,
Who all live there? You know what I'm
look
saying?
at
Because I'm just talking to you on the phone, but who all live there?
right. Who cousin Larry? Why he over there? He looks scared.
Right, man. Because you hear all these stories, and how with you having two boys, one
Hmm.
girl.
Hmm.
How is it as a parent? Like it's different, right? The
It's
boy
listen,
versus the
I,
girl.
I didn't fell out with family members because I don't be playing with my kids and they feeling type of way. Well, I'm saying I know you like that.
Yeah,
Period. And
yeah,
if you want to, these
right.
are my babies. I ask
Exactly.
the Most High entrusted them to me. Okay?
Yeah.
Whatever you do at your house with your children, who you let them go with, that's your business.
Say it
But
again.
real, the boys get it as bad as the girls. The boys
Yeah.
get it as bad as the girls. And that's what people don't understand. The girls ain't safe, the boys ain't safe. And you have got to advocate for your children. I don't
Yeah.
care who it is. I don't
Yeah.
care family member. I don't care if it's the people at school. I don't care if it's a neighbor, a family friend. No, my children are off limits. I
Absolutely.
have to give you access to them. But yeah, it's a rough world out here for these babies. And
It is.
I'm like so passionate about it because I have fallen out with members, I have fallen out with friends. You don't do
Mhm.
this to my children.
Yeah. That's powerful, Jamila, because like I'm on the other hand struggling with like people making me feel bad that like you don't want, you know what I mean? Like I try not to, like for example, say if you stop talking to somebody, I don't want to sever the relationship with my kids if you had a relationship with my kids, but I'm like, baby, if you bad energy, I don't want my kids around you either. Like, I mean, and I don't, but I mean that in the most respectful way.
Yeah,
It's no love lost or anything like that. And I'm
yeah,
saying with family members, close friends. Well, I ain't got that many friends, but but in general,
yeah.
people don't, and it's like people really get offended by that. Like, this is like, I mean, I know our kids don't belong to us, but this is mine. You know what I mean? Like no. And
Yeah,
why you don't understand that?
yeah, it's a sacred duty that we were entrusted in, like I don't take it lightly. I don't take it like
Yeah,
my biggest critic. Um and it takes one time, and I mean, all the studies show,
yeah.
and 2020 didn't make it easy either, because baby, I was seeing all types of videos from all over the world. A little
It
baby
was work.
snatched, all these people in the family doing all these things. Sure, I don't be playing with nobody. I already didn't play.
Yeah.
Now, like, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. And it makes you like constantly, because when you hear these stories about, things happening to kids, and it's just like, I'm constantly like, "Hey, son, what's going on?" We having these conversations because it's like, that nobody should be touching you. You know that
Right,
that's inappropriate, right?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, he going through a phase now. He don't even want me to see him naked, which I'm fine with that because I'm like, that lets me know,
Yes.
can't nobody try. You know that automatically that's inappropriate. Girl, I even pranked my son one day. I had one of my homegirls, because he didn't really know her, because I would like kind of keep her outside of here, and I said, "Hey, I need you to come through." And because he knows her, when he sees her. And I was like, "Hey, I want you to pull up, in my driveway when he's getting
Mhm.
off the bus and be like, hey, your mom wanted me to come and pick you up." Mind you, I didn't tell him that. I wanted to see what he was gonna do. Luckily, he was like, "No, I have to go in the house because my mommy said that unless she tells me to go somewhere, even if it is my auntie, my uncles, or whatever like that, I can't go." I said, "That's my son,
Yep.
right?" I
Yep.
pulled around, and I think it's good as parents. Like, I know it's like funny, I didn't even record it or anything like that, but I think it's really important to do have those moments with your kids, because like you need to be you don't never want them to I never want to think of my son being in a situation like that, but if he is, what you gonna do, son?
Yeah.
You know? So I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of parents, should do that. Like, I don't know if you have those conversations like
All,
all the time. Is this like, but like,
all the time. Yeah. Like, if mommy and daddy didn't tell you that X, Y, and Z was coming to pick you up or showing
right.
whatever, I don't care. I don't care.
Hmm.
You do not go with them.
Exactly.
Or if you feel like you can't remember, you need to call us or whatever. But to
Yeah.
be honest, I know people say you can't keep your claws, your meat hooks in the kids because that makes them whatever. But the more kids know that they are loved and valued and they're seen and they're heard, and that you genuinely care for them and you're there for them, those
Yeah.
conversations bother them.
Right.
They're not
Right.
gonna, oh, my parents are so controlling.
Yeah.
It's the way you go about it.
Exactly.
But yeah, we have those conversations quite often. But where I am homeschooling, I am a stay-at-home mom. They very rarely away.
Yeah.
Do play sports and stuff like that. My husband and I take them to all their stuff.
Yeah.
But I know as they get older and things are going to change, I do want to instill that in them. Like, you can't just trust
Right.
somebody,
Okay.
okay?
Girl, you can't. No, for real. For real. For real. I want to ask you, because I think I like to always ask like this random question that'll kind of throw you off a little bit. But how do you feel about the terminology "spoiled kids"?
Ah, you better spoil them kids.
Thank you.
You better quit playing and spoil them kids. I hate that. I hate when people say that. Ooh, they so spoiled. They so spoiled. What is wrong with that? What is
And
wrong?
define spoiled, because to me personally, and not to cut you off, Jamila, but I just want to say this: When I think of a spoiled kid, to me, I consider a spoiled kid like I'm going to spoil my kids because I had a rough childhood. I don't consider it being spoiled. That's me taking
Mhm.
care of my kids. If my kids is handling their business, do it. It's just like when people say like, "Oh, I bought my kid a car when they turn 16 on their 16th birthday." They're spoiled. No, if I have the means and I was able to do that and bless my child and they was handling their business, making the grades that they need to make, I'm gonna do that because
Right.
I can afford to do that. And I think honestly, I think a spoiled kid is these parents out here where their kids is making straight F's, but yet you working overtime to go get them some Jordans. To me, that's what a spoiled kid is.
That
So
part.
I'm
That
so glad that you said that because it trips me out that people are like, oh, your kids are spoiled. And I'm like, they're literally 9 and 1.
yeah,
Where are they supposed to be?
yeah. Don't make don't make people feel like because you are keeping your kids safe, clean, loved, uplifted,
Right.
encouraged. They might have some fresh stuff or whatever. They out here looking clean and nice and just
Greased up.
right, greased up. Ain't no ash. Okay. Hey, you know I live in Utah, right?
Oh man.
And these folks out here, look, they be adopting these melanated babies. Don't have one lick of lotion. I'm
Ain't comb their hair. Ain't comb their hair.
girl. I just
Baby.
don't play.
Baby.
I told you I be getting after my kids. I'm like, put some lotion on the knees.
Right.
I had to have a conversation with Jarvis the other day too, because my husband he white, and I'm like,
Yeah.
white people get ashy too.
Yeah, I do.
I buy big old lotion. You better put
Okay.
lotion on. Quit playing with me.
Right. Sam's Club version. Use it. Okay.
Yes. So
You
I'm
know.
continue to spoil my children, okay, and make sure they have the emotional support and love, unconditional love. And if that is spoiling them, whatever. And my daughter's always like, I swear, she gets everything she want to get, and she always talk about you never,
I don't get anything.
all that stuff in your room. You
Girl.
don't have nothing. Every time you want some damn Robux, girl, we need to
What are
start.
we doing as parents? The fact that we pay for fake money is
Yes.
mind boggling. I'm just like, I literally, but you know what? If that's what makes you happy, I said the fact that y'all they can buy the trophy. You remember when we used to play games, you had to earn that shit.
Right.
Right. He like, mommy, I need to buy this reward. I'm like, but why you not earning it? He was like, well, that will take too long.
Yeah.
I said, that's the point.
That's the point. Hard work, okay?
Girl, these
Mm,
kids,
that's
baby.
it.
Look, okay, Jamila, I got 9 minutes. I got to get this question in too. Being in a interracial, I hate saying that because people are people, humans are humans. I ain't like that, but living in Utah, I can only
Mhm.
imagine.
Born and raised.
I've heard a lot of moms of color when it
Mhm.
comes to their biracial babies. Has anybody ever said anything off to you? Are you the nanny? Are you the? They be saying that to you.
Girl, I've only heard one time. They didn't ask me if it was I was a nanny or anything, but we were at the swimming pool and my kids look like me, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, "Are these your kids?" Who else kids they is? They ain't nobody here. I say, yeah, they my kids.
Oh my goodness. She said, "Yeah, they."
The hell is wrong with you? Yeah, they
I mean,
my.
but for you, is it? It's not hurtful though. Like, is it pretty like humorous for you at this point? Like,
Well, it just goes to show how ignorant people are. But hey, baby, look, I ain't gonna let nobody ruin my day,
yeah.
But I did it. But I looked at him. I was like, little white man, you gonna drown in the pool. Shut
Oh,
up.
die. I'm just like, damn, coming for me and my babies. You turn into a whole when somebody come for your babies. Baby, you turn into a whole different person. I was telling my look, I be getting sidetracked real quick, Jamil. I was telling my husband because I'm like, when it comes to the whole, I don't know if I can say the G word.
Yes.
Uh, my husband really wants me to get equipped, if that's the
Oh,
word.
girl,
And
we stay packing over here.
girl, I mean, we are. He is, but I ain't. And
Yeah.
he got a lot. But like he's just like, and I was telling him, I was like, babe, I don't know because I'm a scary cat. Like I can't kill a spider. But I'm like, I feel like as a mom, if something was to happen to me, I will go into that protective mode. I love hearing that story. You know about that mom where like a car was like crushing her kid and she was able to lift the car up. So I'm
Yeah.
like, hopefully I'll be able to somehow gain that superpower. But I'm like, if somebody, God forbid, knock on wood, if somebody try to break in and enter in my home, like, can I mentally be prepared to protect my babies? I feel like I can, but sometimes that freaks me out because it's like I'm not that trigger happy person.
Right.
So, you know, do you ever think about that as a mom?
Yeah, we do. I know everybody's stance on it's different, but my
Yeah.
She knows gun safety.
Okay.
We haven't taken our sons yet. That as they get older, they will. But she has
That's
gone
all.
the gun range. She's a gangster. Okay.
Period.
And she knows what to do and what not to do and how to operate things safely and keep things safe.
That's
God,
awesome.
something happens and I or my husband are able to, she gonna
Yeah.
bust the cap in that intruder's booty. Okay.
Period. Period. Hey, I'm trying to get there. What age would you say is a good age to? Because I was thinking about my son. He's 9, so I feel like now.
Well, I believe we took her. She was 7 or 8.
You're
7, 8.
awesome.
Yeah,
You're
girl.
awesome.
Pistol packet mama. Okay. Pistol
I'm
packet.
happy. That's what's up. I think that should be, it should be taught. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand the safety. Obviously, all this craziness going on in the world, but we ain't gonna get into all that.
Right.
All right, Jamila, I gotta. Before I end this session, I gotta ask you because I always ask all of my mamas. What if you could offer any piece of advice to any other moms out there? What's your most valuable advice? However you want to word it. When it comes to motherhood, what is the most important thing about that to you, and why?
The most important thing to me,
Or advice,
uh,
or well, I
okay,
mean, just in general.
my
Like, if you were giving motherhood advice, what would you? What do you? You know,
baby,
there's
I know
so
we don't
so
have a lot,
much.
but the main thing is trust your intuition. Trust your first mind when it comes to your children. I don't care what part of the motherhood journey you in. You're pregnant, you got a newborn, you got an infant, you got a toddler, whatever. You got 10 kids, you got 2 kids.
Okay.
Trust your intuition. Don't always listen to this unsolicited advice because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Unsolicited.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's tons of resources, mamas. Google it, YouTube it,
Mm-hmm.
find a book, get on Amazon, find yourself an outlet and ask for help if you genuinely need it. If you have safe people in your life that you can depend on, ask
Mm-hmm.
for shame, ask for,
Yeah.
and it takes a village, but
Yeah.
trust intuition. These are your babies.
Mm-hmm.
Love yourself. Make sure you're doing healing, nurturing, nourishing things for yourself and make sure you just get right with yourself every single day. And that's my
I
advice.
love it. I love it. That intuition piece, baby. That's the one. That's the one, baby. Because it's like we as moms, we're so powerful and we don't even real like. I always know when something is wrong. My husband, he get on my head, and not to drag this out, but like he gets on my head for not having my phone on me a lot, and I don't. But I don't know. I swear, since I've had kids, I got a superpower. Like I always know when my kids are crying. I know when something is wrong. I know when something is off. Girl, I be damn near predicting. I wish I could predict the lottery. Like I'd be like, babe, the school gonna call me today, and the school will call, and shit. He look at me like, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean? Like I always can feel. I don't know what it is. Like I can literally feel like when I can be miles away, my baby crying.
Yep, motherhood's a superpower, period.
Like, man, that is intuition piece is deep. But anyways, Jamila, thank you so much, girl. I know it was a little ratchet. We was having some technical difficulties.
I am here for it. I loved every second and I needed this.
I love it. Y'all, if y'all haven't already, y'all make sure y'all follow Jamila on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. She does vlog. Girl, she be having them grocery hauls, all that. You know what I'm saying? And she's a healer, of course, and you have a podcast as well. Do you have like an open um I don't know, like an email as far as like having guests on your show, or is that kind of like invite
Yeah.
only? Invite.
EP at just us Jenkins 2018 at
Okay.
gmail.com.
Period. I will link all of her socials down below. Jamila, thank you so much. I'm girl, I was so it was ratchet. I didn't been through a lot. And I'm sorry. One day, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be as professional as you. I promise you I am. I'm gonna get there. It's just gonna take me some time.
I
Okay?
appreciate you. I thank you for having me here and you were perfect, girl.
Oh, well,
Please,
thank you.
You was
Thank you. Girl, a mess. I really was a mess, but no. You mean the world. Oh, can you list all of your like things that you sell? Kind of talk about that before I let you go. As
oh
far as like
yes. Okay, so I'm a mama. I'm a master Reiki practitioner. Reiki is an ancient healing modality where you send energy through distance, space, and time, baby. Also a psychic medium, you guys. I do readings. I am a death doula. I help people that are transitioning from the living world to the spirit world.
oh,
I also make full remedy. Find me on healinmama.com. That's HealinMama.com. And
period.
book a session, or if you have any questions, hit me on there or email. And we have a good time. Like it's just it's healing. And I am a mama, mother, woman, empowerer.
Yes, yes. I mean, for real, you are the ultimate. Like, girl, I'm about to schedule my reading soon because I need one. I'm trying to get into it, but I gotta support my girl, so I'm gonna be
Hey,
on there soon. So book me in. You said Mondays. Mondays is the day.
I make any day for you. Okay.
Oh, thank Thank you. But no, thank you so much. Like I said, I will link everything down below. Y'all be sure to check out her channel. Thank you to all my mamas that tuned into this live today. I know it was all over the place. And thank you again to Adore Me, y'all. Like I said, if you haven't already, be sure to check out Adore Me, y'all. I'm telling y'all, if I wasn't gonna get blocked off YouTube right now, I'll show you this bra I got on, baby. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Matter of fact, this whole little two-piece set I got on, Adore Me. Girl,
Ooh.
adore me. Adore me. And I'm telling y'all, make sure you use my code Sierra Janae 19 to get your first set for $19.99. And remember, mamas, you are amazing. You're beautiful. Your babies love you. And continue to show out and show up every day. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you on the next episode. Love you. Bye. Jamila, I'm about to call you, girl. Thank you.
Okay.